What is going on, everyone? Chris from PickDawgz.com here with your morning show. It is Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. Full slate of action today. Again, we are back into it, back in the thick of things. The college hoops cards are getting big once again. It is the beginning of feast week. We've got college football as we start to head towards the final week of the regular season. We got NBA, NHL, lots of action to talk about today. And I got a great group of cappers with me to help everybody make some money today. To start to break down the card, Brian, how are you doing?
2-1 winning day yesterday, but my top bet was on Hawaii, and they looked like crap. So I'm not too happy, even though I went 2-1. So on to today. I love today's card. I'm feeling a 5-0 in college football, but maybe I'm just jumping the gun a little bit.
It's never too early to be optimistic. We'll see. Jovan, how you doing?
Doing well. Yesterday took it on the chin a little bit. Texas Tech, wow. They got crucified. And look, the line moved in that direction and everyone was wrong. Same thing with Hawaii. That was a popular pick, and I knew, like, once it was going their way and it continued to go their way, I was like, no, this ain't the spot. UNLV's gonna get it all day, and that's what happened. But when you're pot committed like that, you gotta, you can hedge, but I'm more or less not in the hedging. Maybe in game sometimes, but yeah, pre-game, nah, I'm not gonna hedge. But so I took it on chin with those. And Houston, I had some winners, but they didn't overcome those three L's. Houston didn't get the job done. Jokic, Jamal Murray, that combination, they got the job done. So close game, but in the clutch, Denver got it done. So I was on the wrong side of those three.
Yeah, I was on the wrong side of Purdue. I think it just says more about Purdue than it does about Texas Tech right now. I think Texas Tech is still going to be fine. It's just I think Purdue's that good. Rod, how you doing?
Doing good. Yeah, I gave Purdue on the morning show yesterday. Kind of figured 3 was light. I figured that thing should have been 6 or 7. I think they are that good. Watch out for Purdue. But anyway, 5-2 day yesterday for me. I was with you. I had the Houston, the Rockets didn't get the job done. That was my best bet of the day. Figured they would come through and grab the cup win, but right down to the wire, fell short. Still 5-2 winning day. Can't complain. Looking forward to the college football today. Some college basketball. We got some hockey. Love today's card. So let's get to it. Let's find some more winners.
Yeah, I think it's the old adage of to be the man, you got to beat the man. And right now, the Rockets are good, but the Nuggets are proven
a little better.
The problem is I was on the Rockets too with you guys. It's just that I didn't trust the Nuggets on the road, but they're still the Nuggets. They're not going to lose every game on the road. They're still going to show up in spots. For me, the one that kicked my ass yesterday were the Chicago Bulls. I thought getting back home was going to help that team, and the Miami Heat just outpaced them, but
bullied them.
Still managed to cash with the Raptors. The Wizards.
That was a rare NBA game where you're going into the fourth quarter of that Miami Heat game. You're like, okay, well, I got this one because it was like they were up by 30 or 40, something like that. So.
Well, they poured it on them in the second quarter, and that was it.
And that was it. Yeah.
It was those 2 middle quarters that did them in. They were outscored in the middle 2 quarters, 66-43. And then
at one point in the second quarter, it was 26-8. At one point, and that was like 5 minutes remaining in that quarter, something like that. So it was ugly. It got ugly real quick.
Like the Minnesota game? Did they give that away? Was it just me, or did they give that away late? They were up like 8-9 points, and all of a sudden I turned around and look, and I'm like, what? The Suns won?
On the right side of that.
Oh, I was on the right side of that too, but I thought I was dead. Like I'm telling you, they were up. They were looking good, and I was like, Minnesota's looking good. They're going to finish this off. There was like less than a minute something left, and all of a sudden it was like turnover, bad pass. I was like, what?
Well, that's kind of the problem with the NBA right now, with all this pace, want to go up and down the court. First off, it's the beginning of the season. You're going to burn yourself out. let's just leave that there. We'll see that take effect later in the season. But defense, defense is optional and not even considered in a lot of these games. So, as the season goes on, we'll start to see, these trends turn, and, there might be some key spots where we can take the under, and the odds makers aren't, hip to, how the pace of play is being changed mid-season, midstream. But as of right now, it seems like most teams are in full board, just going up and down the court and not even caring
Defense
about
optional.
Yeah, they're just going up and down the floor, not even blinking. They're pushing the pace. So, but it's like we said, it's resulting in injuries. I mean, how many calf injuries have we seen now because guys are trying to push it a little bit too much? And we're seeing injuries across the board, not just calf injuries, but I'm saying we're seeing, Wemby's got a calf injury and torn Achilles from Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton. And it's because these guys play fast, and it's not what it is anymore. So. Yeah, for me yesterday was a mixed day. Managed to cash play of the day in college hoops with Texas State. Like I said, the Bulls kind of let me down, but all in all, solid day. I felt like I saw the board well. There were just a couple reads where, had 15.5 with UC Davis, lost by 16. Just one of those days, but it happens. The good, we had good with the bad, and I think there's a lot of good on today's cards. So we'll.
Oh yes,
the good old hook with Clemson. First one of the year, getting hooked into college basketball. I had the 3.5, and they won by 3.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those.
That was my first one this year in college hoops. The good old losing by the hook.
But we'll get into it. We'll start with college football.
Oh, you
Hefty
threw me
card
up.
today.
All ready for college basketball. All right.
We said we were starting college football.
I know. I wasn't paying attention.
It's I know.
I was thinking about
All
my
time
lunch
Reds haven't kicked in
already.
yet.
Yeah.
So if anybody feels the need to lay 54.5 with Texas A&M against Samford, you can. Got Virginia Tech and Miami. Got Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Missouri, Army, Tulsa, Wake Forest, Delaware, SMU, Louisville, Northwestern Minnesota. We got Ohio State and Rutgers, Georgia laying 44 on Charlotte. We got Arizona, Baylor, James Madison and Washington State. We got Georgia Southern, Old Dominion, Toledo, Ball State, Wyoming, Nevada, Alabama laying 50.5. Almost at 8.5. That's not the line. 50.5 against Eastern Illinois. Got Auburn, Mercer, Kennesaw State, Missouri State. How many more do we have here? A few more. App State, Marshall, UAB, USF, UTEP, New Mexico State, Middle Tennessee, Sam Houston, FAU, UConn, and Louisiana Tech, Liberty, going from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. Brian, anything you like here?
You want to run down that again? I missed it.
Yeah, I think so. I'll start from the top.
I'm going to take the Miami. I'm going to take the Miami Hurricanes lay the lumber here. I know it's a lot against a rival like Virginia Tech, but I think this Miami team wants to win and win impressively. We saw it last week, 41-7 against NC State, 38-10 against Syracuse. So I think they're gonna. Take the Hokies behind the woodshed here. I don't care if they hired Franklin as their head coach. I don't think that's gonna motivate anybody today. Take Miami.
Jamal, what do you like in this one?
Yeah, I'm on Oklahoma. I just think this is a situation where the line is just got a little bit too low, and I got to jump back on the other side. I got to get some get back in that one. North of 7, I could see Mizzou. Even with their quarterback's back, so that's the reason why this line has moved the way it has. But you're dealing with a top tier defense in Oklahoma. Missouri's pretty good too, but I just think that given the way things are, Oklahoma wins out. They're going to be in the college football playoff. At this number, I have to take the Sooners at home. Minnesota, I'm on Minnesota. I don't care if they're 0-4 on the road. At this, anywhere outside of a field goal, I'm backing them against Northwestern. Northwestern having a good season by their standards. But I just think this is a 3-point game, so the hook's going to loom large in this one as far as I'm concerned. And I agree with Brian. I was going to actually have this as a premium. I had to back up off of it. The Hurricanes, they get the job done, style points. They usually have trouble in Blacksburg, but this isn't the same Hokies team that we've seen in the past, and that's why they got James Franklin there. So James Franklin, he's gonna whip this program back into shape. But as of right now, they're gonna get taken behind the woodshed.
So like I said, as long as he doesn't have to play any top 10 teams in the ACC, but it doesn't look like he's going to have to do that. So thank God.
I mean, hey, listen, those top 10 teams aren't built like the top 10 teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I was almost thinking that maybe there should be 2 group of 5s in instead of an ACC team in the college football playoff, but maybe not.
Right.
Maybe not a popular opinion. Rob, what do you like in this first time slot?
In the first time slot, a couple I like here. First one, I'm going to go the other way against Minnesota. Yeah, I just said Minnesota 0-4 on the road, but my big number that I'm looking at is 1-8 ATS-wise versus FBS opponents this season. This is being played at Wrigley Field. I like Northwestern here. Like what they're doing offensively. I just don't like what Minnesota's got rolling here. I think the Northwestern wins by 7+. So I'll lay the 4 there in that one. And then another one I like, I just don't like Baylor on the road. I'll take Arizona, lay the 6.5 here. Look what Baylor's been doing defensively out on the road this season, giving up well over 39 points a game. I think this one could get really lopsided. Not the season that Baylor was expecting after what they did last season. They expected to step up. Kind of like Penn State, they expected to step up as well and just didn't get there. Falling short. I think they fall short again here. Give me Arizona, lay the 6.5. A couple of like in the early slot.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with the under in Georgia Charlotte. I don't see many points being scored by Charlotte in this game, but also we've seen Georgia just kind of eat up clock in these games and just go through the motions. They've got Georgia Tech on deck. They're not going to put too much on tape, so I think the under 54 is well in play there. And I'm on Oklahoma as well. I liked it a lot more when it wasn't Bo Perbula that was back for Missouri, but I'll still roll with it here. Missouri, I doubt they're going to try to force Perbula to do too much, especially coming back off the injury. And if they have to try to lean on the run game, this is still, Ahmad Hardy went off last week. He had like 300 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. But Oklahoma's got one of the best run defenses in the country. I just think Oklahoma's defense is going to be the difference here. I think they win this one by a touchdown. Again, wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to try to run it up a little bit to try to impress the committee, but I think 5.5 is easy for Oklahoma to cover here. So I'll lay the points with the Sooners in that one. And we'll move on to the next time slot. We've got 3:30 to 6:30. And we've got healthy slate of action here. We got USC Oregon. We got Southern Miss South Alabama. Jack State FIU. We got Syracuse Notre Dame. Arkansas Texas. Kentucky Vanderbilt. Michigan State Iowa. Duke North Carolina. East Carolina UTSA. Tulane and Temple. Oklahoma State UCF. Michigan Maryland. Kansas State Utah. TCU Houston. Troy and Georgia State. Then you got these weird SEC non-conference games. South Carolina, Coastal Carolina, Clemson, Furman, and Texas State and Louisiana Monroe. Jovan, what do you like here in this second time slot? 3:30 to 6:30 Eastern.
Man, if you want to back the Fighting Irish, man, you're going to have to pay a premium for that one. 36.5 at this point. And I'm going to lay it. It's just one of those situations where, NDs, they're looking for style points, and the orange, they're going to give it to them. Not a game that I really like. If you want to chop in half at 22.5 in the first half, do so. But I just think that full game, if you're going to back the favorite in this one, lay all these points, you want the full game in this one, because Notre Dame's not going to stop scoring. They're not going to want to stop scoring. So, can they get to 56, 62, somewhere, 63, somewhere around there? I mean, it can happen. Syracuse has definitely laid down for the majority of the season. It's, when their quarterback went down. So that's where I would look on that one. UK Vandy under, I like that one as well. It's just a situation where you're dealing with two decent defenses. Both are gonna, run the ball. It's at 54.5. I think it's a little bit too high, to my liking. I think we see this one just stall at around 48 to 51 points, somewhere around there. So I like the under in this spot.
Rob, what do you like here?
Couple I like in the spot. Give me the over here, USC and Oregon. We've seen some lower scoring Oregon games recently, but it's been more defensive battles in those games. Not here. USC's defense not so good. Ducks going to run it up. I know they're missing some couple pieces wide receiver wise, but I still think they got plenty of weapons to be able to run the ball. USC, they can score some points as well. At 59.5, I think we get into the 60s there. And that one, give me the over. Another one I like here. I like Texas here at home. It could be tough. Arkansas loves to run the ball. They're running the ball for well over 6 yards a rush coming into Texas. What does Texas do well? They do stop that run. So they're going to make Arkansas one-dimensional, and you're going to have to be throwing the ball to try to beat Texas here. In Texas, tough ask. I'll lay the 8 with Texas. I think they win by 10 plus there in that matchup. Another one I like Michigan State here on the road, getting 17. I know they haven't won on the road, but they've definitely got 4 straight covers. And asking this Iowa squad to cover the big 17 number that's got backdoor written all over it. I'll take Michigan State plus the 17. Another one I like in the spot, I'll take Temple. Bidler's Temple there plus 8. You're getting over a touchdown versus this Tulane squad. I think this is one of those spots that's it's just too many points. You look at Temple 7-3 against that number this year. I think they can keep it within a touchdown versus Tulane. So give me Temple in that one. And then I think that's it. I don't know. 6:30 we stopped, right? Yep. It's in the next night slot. That's it for me in the middle lot.
Yeah, for me here, I'm gonna roll with Arkansas plus the 8. This might be one of the better 2-8 teams I think I've ever seen. 6 losses by 6 points or less. Texas, are they going to be the first team to make the college football playoff with 3 losses? They have to have an eye on Texas A&M next week. If they can win this game, just get in and out with a win and win next week, maybe they've got a case. I don't know. But Arkansas has been up to the task against teams like Texas A&M, Tennessee, Ole Miss. I'll take Arkansas plus the 8 in that one. And I'm going to take Maryland plus the 14. Need to win out for bowl eligibility. Michigan, I think, in a look-ahead spot with Ohio State on deck. Not making the Big Ten title game. To me, this is a nothing game for them. So I'm going to take Maryland plus the 14. Brian?
Stop the presses. Me and Chris agree on a game. I love Arkansas plus the points. Texas has hated Texas A&M on deck. They're off a deflating loss at Georgia. They've been brutal against the spread this year. Have the Longhorns 2-7-1. These are the type of games that they barely scrape by. So I think if you're getting over a touchdown here with the Razorbacks, I think you're going to cash. So I like Arkansas here.
Arkansas is going to have to play a little bit of defense, though. Sheesh.
Don't worry. We got a little bit of defense here.
All right, we'll move on to the final time slot for college football of the day. Basically 7 o'clock onwards. We've got
the best slot, in my opinion.
We got Pitt and Georgia Tech, Boise State, Colorado State, Penn State, Nebraska, Air Force, New Mexico, Wisconsin, Illinois, Florida, Tennessee, got Stanford, Cal, Rice, North Texas, got LSU, Western Kentucky, Colorado, Arizona State, Cincinnati, BYU, Fresno State, Utah State, San Diego State, San Jose State, and UCLA and Washington. Rod, what do you like here?
A couple I like in the spot. I like Wisconsin here getting 9 against Illinois. You see Illinois coming in this one 7-3, but they're only a 500 club on the road, and laying 9, not where I want to be laying. Wisconsin, definitely not the season they've been having, but they're half decent at home, and that defense can slow up this Illinois squad. This is a battle of the defenses. Look at the total, 41.5. I don't want to be laying a favorite of 9 on the road. I think Wisconsin's got backdoor cover written all over it. I'll take the 9 there with Wisconsin. Another one I like in the spot here is, man, this would be a pretty good game. BYU heading into Cincinnati, but I think the Rockies favorite. I got to take Cincinnati there now that you're getting the 3. This game probably does finish on that 3. Who's got the ball last and who kicks the field goal? Both teams will score. Cincinnati plays some solid defensive football. BYU out on the road, you see what they've done. They have 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against that number. I think the Bearcats are a live dog there in that one. I'll grab the 3 that you're getting with Cincinnati in that one now. And then give me Utah State heading into Fresno. I know 0-5 on the road, but 3-2 against that number. I think this is one of those spots that Utah State's got a shot to outright Fresno in that one. I may even sprinkle on the money line. That 8-2 against the number. Yep, upset coming. Utah State wins their first one. Give me Utah State on the money line.
Yeah, I'm taking Illinois there. It's hard for me to get on. I get it. Wisconsin does have a good defense, but the problem is their defense has had to be good because the offense can't do anything. They've scored 13 points or less in all of their conference games this season. Even a decent Wisconsin performance in this game, and you lose this game 24-13, which I think is a viable score. Illinois still gets to the window with that. So I'm going to lay it with Illinois. I just have no confidence in this Wisconsin offense. They were able to hold down Washington, but Washington's been a team that's struggled to travel since joining the Big Ten. They've struggled with these cross-country travel spots. So I'll go Illinois in that one. I'm going to go Tennessee. I know the Swamp has not been kind to the Vols. They haven't won in Gainesville since 2003. But I just really wonder where Florida's heads are at. Maybe it's on Brian's hand. That's where it is. I just think I think Tennessee gets it done here. I think Tennessee has to, if they want any shot at anything, at a decent bowl. I think they have to get one here. I think Florida's just checked out. And this isn't even their Super Bowl. They've got Florida State on deck in the rivalry game next week. So give me Tennessee laying the 4.
Out here in this time slot here, I think it's the best slot. I got 3 premium picks in this slot, but as far as these free picks go, I'm going to agree with Chris again and take Tennessee minus the points. I mean, the line tells you to take the Florida Gators. It's such a light line, and the success that Florida hasn't had this year. But the last numbers I saw from BetMGM about 45 minutes ago showed tons and tons of bets coming in on Florida Gators. I just don't see it. I saw that last week with Virginia, and the Cavaliers ended up crushing. So I'm going to stay with the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm going to take the Stanford Cardinals plus the points at home. Cardinals 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Last chance to get a win at home. They play Notre Dame next week. Cal's bowl bound, definitely the better team. But here I think it comes down to a field goal. I'll take the Cardinal.
Okay. Move on to college hoops.
Hold on, I didn't know.
You didn't go. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Just real quick. I'm on Cincinnati. It's really more of a fate of BYU because I think that they're frauds. And in this road spot, I think that Cincinnati could get the job done. Cincinnati went out there last year, took an L, and I think that they could upset the Cougars. Even though Scott Satterfield, he hasn't really lived up to these type of spots as a head coach. So I'm on Cincy with some trepidation. I'm also on Penn State. First quarter, It's -2.5. It's juiced to 125. But I don't want to sit there full game having to worry about whether they're going to cover or, even win. I think they jump out early. That's what they've shown to do in these last handful of games where they've been competitive. They've marched down the field, got scores, so on and so forth. I think against the Cornhuskers, they can get the job done at the end of one. So that's the best way to play that game if you are looking to back the Nittany Lions. They got their first win after all those losses they took. I think they get another one at the end of the day, but I think they start off for that strong start last week or last game. And I'll agree with Brian on Stanford. Rivalry game, not far from each other in the same area in California. This is usually a competitive series. So I'll be on the Cardinal on that one by default.
All right. Now we'll move on to college hoops. Now we got full slate. We'll start with the 12 o'clock time slot. We've got, let me see here. Where am I? I have my spot. There we go. So highlight some of the bigger games. Wagner, Georgetown. We got NJIT and Navy at 12 Eastern. We'll move through, Syracuse, St. Joe's. You got Illinois and LIU, Dayton and NC Central, Marquette and Central Michigan, Kent State, Cleveland State, UMass, Green Bay, and that's where we'll stop. We'll go from basically 12 Eastern to 3 Eastern if you guys see anything in there that you like. I'm first in this time slot, and I'm going to go with NJIT plus a 17.5. I just think this is a case of too many points to be laying with Navy in this one. I see Navy winning this one by 10. I also like the under in this game. I see something like 69-59 in this game. So I like the under, and I like NJIT plus the points. And I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. I'm really impressed with what I've seen from Oklahoma State, especially at home. I think Nichols is just overmatched here. I think 23.5 too many. Not enough. Sorry. Oklahoma State, they have a road game against Northwestern on deck, but they just put up 103 against a solid USF team. They've blown out everybody that's come into their building. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State there. Brian?
This might be the worst college basketball Saturday card I've ever seen, but maybe I'm just being negative here. I'm going to take the Marquette Golden Eagles minus the points here. 3-3. They've lost 2 in a row to Maryland and Dayton. Definitely not the way Marquette wants to start out. I know this number's huge here, but I just think Central Michigan, just a terrible squad. I think we'll see Marquette win this by over 30, so take Marquette.
What do you like here?
Yeah, so I'm in the direct line of fire of the Golden Eagles of Marquette. I'm on CMU by default just because, look, they haven't looked well. They're going to have to prove it to me that, they're going to catch the win. No, let's not get it twisted, but 25.5, yeah, show me. That's it. That's really all. That's really the long and short of it. Show me that you can win by margin against a bad team. So they might be doing it. They might be up by 30, and then they'll let us slip at the end. And then it'll be a 24-point victory, and you're kicking yourself in the ass. One of those type of games.
Rob, what do you like here?
Hey, for me in this early block of games, I'm with you. I like NJIT plus the 17.5. There's way too many points there for this Navy team to be covered. Offensively, they're not pulling away and winning by 18, 20 points there. NJIT is not a bad squad. They'll cover that number. Another one I like here. I like Boston U here in this neutral game. I think getting 4, not a bad spot against Harvard. You look what Harvard's been doing. Pretty good, but I think Boston U steps up. I'll grab the +4 there in a game that comes right down to it. And I'm with Brian. I like Marquette here. Yes, they're off a couple of losses, but those are losses against teams with winning records is what Marquette has failed to do. I believe they're 1-12 now ATS-wise against teams with winning records. This is one of those spots they're going to take out a bit of frustration to the start of their year. on CMU. I don't think it stops. I think they drop 100 spot on them and run them right off the court. I'll lay it with Marquette in that one. And then what time did you go to? 3:30?
Just 3.
3.
3
Eastern?
Yeah.
Give me Kent State here. I don't trust this Cleveland State squad this season at all. Them Flashes are the whole lot better team, and it'll show right from the opening tip. They win by 20 plus. Lay it with Kent State.
All right. Go to the 3:30 time slot. 3:30 to 6:30 Eastern. We've got. Let me get my bearings back here. Nothing, of course, wants to work. There we go. We got Duquesne and Northeastern at 4. We got Penn State, Providence. We got Chattanooga, North Alabama. We've got Nevada, UC Santa Barbara. Oregon State, Iona at 5:30 Eastern. Minnesota, San Francisco is solid at 5:30. And St. Thomas, Cal State, Fullerton, 5:30. So smaller time slot, basically from 3:30 to 5:30 Eastern. Brian, anything you like there?
Actually, I do, surprisingly. So I'll take the Providence Friars laying the points here. They're 3-2, but I think they're gonna. Penn State's the kind of medicine that they need. Penn State's their highlight win was against Harvard, and even against the Harvard Crimson, they struggled. I think we're going to see a bounce back here from Providence and double-digit win.
Jovan, anything you like here from 3:30 to 5:30 Eastern?
Yeah, once again, I'm in direct line of fire.
Brian, you're killing me, Jovan.
I'm one of the Lions, man. I mean, look. And this has more to do with Providence than it does Penn State. Providence, I mean, let's just start here. Ed Cooley, when he left, he took the heart and soul with him. This is not the same Providence program. Kim English is not that guy to advance this program. And it's showing. Took that L to Colorado, and I'm not going to say they're going to take an L here, but it's going to be a tighter contest than what people believe. I think people are looking at Providence like they used to be with Ed Cooley, and they're just not. They've lost their shine, and because of that, I'll be fading them many times this season.
Rob, what do you like here?
And for me in this squad of games, yeah. I like Providence in the first half. You only have to lay, was it 2 in the first half here? I think they come out, or 2.5 here in the first half with Providence. I don't know, in that backdoor cover, Penn State could be in play there. So I'll take Providence in the first half. They're favored for 4 on a reason. It's just, that's the weirdest line that I've seen in the college hoops today, when you see Providence laying 4.
That's what I look
against
for
a team that with Penn State, who's 5-0 on the year, and they're getting 4 in this one. So I get it. I'll like Providence in the first half. I think they come out hot, have themselves that lead heading into the break. And then another one I picked you out of the spot. Where is it? Give me the under between Iona and Oregon State. Both these squads played yesterday. Both got headed the big L and 157 points in this one today. I don't see it. Give me the under 157.5 between Iona and Oregon State. Slow-paced game, especially in the first back-to-back for these squads this season. So tough spot there. Give me the under in that one.
Let's see here. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Providence here.
Man, 3 for 3 you're agreeing with me. I don't know what's going on here.
No, you're agreeing with me. There's a difference.
I'm a little worried. Maybe I need to go. Maybe I need to switch to Penn State. I'm just teasing.
You need to switch.
No, I'm on Penn State.
All right.
I'm on the island.
Brian loves to be on his own little island, though. So now he's a little
usually
worried.
me and Chris don't agree.
Brian likes to share the island with people.
All right.
I just like the makeup of the Providence team more. I just have my concerns with Penn State at the foul line. I think this is going to be a free throw contest. I think Providence is a better free throw shooting team. They're about 10% better at the foul line so far this season. So I think that's going to be the difference for me in this game. So I'm rolling with Providence in that one, laying the 4. We'll move on to the final time slot for.
Oh, there's another one.
Well, yeah, stopped at 5:30. You didn't think it just stopped at 5:30. It's not
right.
like.
Yeah, I guess you're killing me.
It's not like where you go to bed at 7.
All right. Well, us elderly guys, we need our rest. Okay. So
Yeah.
don't be making fun of me.
Beauty sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. High Point Incarnate Word. We got Wichita State, Milwaukee. We got Indiana State, Ball State. Morehead State against Louisiana Monroe. What else here? BCU laying 32 on Coppin State. Maybe the game of the night. Close out the card. UC Irvine, Northern Iowa at 10:30 Eastern. Jovan, anything you like to close out the card for college hoops?
Let's look at that last game of the night. I'm on the Panthers of Northern Iowa. Just a situation where last year they took that 20-point L 80-60 against UC Irvine, but UC Irvine, even though they're 3-1, 4-0 against spread, I believe. If that's the right team. They have a lot of different pieces from last season and a new coach. So on the other side, you're looking at UNI, and they have a lot of continuity with their team from last year. They remember what happened last season, and they're going to return the favor, I believe. So I expect Northern Iowa to get the job done.
Rob, what do you like in this time slot?
And for me, couple in this time block, I like UC Irvine there. I think it's a good spot for them. You'll see 3-1 at home, 0-2 against that number. Should be a good game. I kind of like an over at 138.5. I think that's a little bit light. But I think the Anteaters get the job done again. You don't want to lay the 2, lay a money line. I don't mind laying a little bit of juice there. But I like UC Irvine there in that one. I think down the stretch when it comes to the free throws, I like that they're hitting well over, 79% free throws. I just love teams that can hit the free throw, and it's what they can do down the stretch. So I'll take UCI there. And then give me Gardner Webb plus the 20.5 here against Richmond. I know Richmond 4-0 in the season, only 2-1 against that number. So one of those games at home or against a dumpster fire, padding your stats type of game. So I think Gardner Webb comes into this one. You look what they've done, 0-5. They look awful. They're getting 20.5 points. I'll take Gardner Webb plus the 20.5 points.
I'm going to go with Ball State plus the 8 points. I think Indiana State's really bad. I think this is a real step down from the Indiana State teams that we've seen from past seasons. Ball State, I think, is live on the money line here. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game outright, but I'm going to take the points here with Ball State. Brian?
Yeah, it's a tough slot. I don't want to take a Ruffolo here and have people make fun of me, so I'm going to pick something. I don't like to be against Jovan constantly, but I like UC Irvine just because the line doesn't make sense to me. And Northern Iowa has played tougher competition. UC Irvine, if you look at the teams that they played, you scratch your head wondering how they lost the game. But I think overall they're the better squad at home. I think they bounced back from their loss to Utah Valley here. So Pinnacle has it at -2. I'll lay the 2 points with UC Irvine.
All right. We'll go to the NHL. Whole slate of games over there. We got 12 games on the board. We'll run through it. We got afternoon action with the Red Wings hosting the Blue Jackets. We got the Fighting Romanellis of the New York Islanders and the St. Louis Blues going here. Pittsburgh Penguins and the Seattle Kraken. We got the San Jose Sharks at home against the Ottawa Senators. We got the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We got the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers. We got the Florida Panthers hosting the Edmonton Oilers in a finals rematch. We got the Capitals and the Lightning. We got the Avalanche paying a visit to the Nashville Predators. We've got the Utah Mammoth hosting the New York Rangers. The Calgary Flames hosting the Dallas Stars, and to close it out, the Anaheim Ducks hosting the Vegas Golden Knights. Rod?
Kick it off. We'll go with give me the Red Wings here at home against Columbus. Just a tough spot for Columbus. I'll take the Detroit squad there. They're playing their better hockey at home. I think they're the better team as well. So give me the Red Wings. And then St. Louis. Don't like St. Louis here on the road. 3-4-2 on the road. Haven't been so good. Not like what I've seen from the St. Louis squad. And if you look at the Fighting Romanellis, they're turning their season around. 7-2-1 in the last 10 games. Playing the better hockey. So my default, give me the Islanders in that one. And then another one I'm looking at here is I'll take the Kraken here. Give me Seattle at a plus price. I don't trust this Pittsburgh squad. I think they're fugazi that start the 10-6-4. I think it goes the other way. Watch out. Penguins start to do a nosedive. They're not as good as what their start of the season is. I think they reverse to the back of their card. And you know how much I love the Penguins. So give me the Kraken there in that one. And then another one I'm looking at, the Battle of Toronto and Montreal. Give me a draw, 60-minute. I think that thing needs some overtime with a lead to the Maple Leafs as well. Not like what I've seen from Montreal. 3-4-3, playing some pretty awful hockey. Also dealing with a bunch of injuries is this Montreal squad. They got like 4 guys. If you've seen the New Hook injury, that wasn't a pretty injury. Sliding the end boards and busting things up. So Montreal dealing with some injury side of things. And who's starting goal? You seen that last game, they got whipped up. We've seen Montembeault get the start. He gave up, 3 goals and 10 shots? Ooh. And then they put in Dobas, and he didn't get any better. He was Dobas. And Dobas has been ass for his last 3 games. So, give me the Leafs at a big plus price. You don't see the Leafs at a big plus price very often, but I'll take them there in that one. And then the Devils in to take on Brian's Flyers. Give me the Devils in that one. They are the better squad. It's not even close. Not even a question of which is better. The Devils are better. Give me the Devils in that one. The Oilers to take on Florida. It depends on which Skinner shows up. Is it Swiss cheese Skinner or is it Elite Skinner? I haven't seen Elite Skinner all season long. The Oilers goalie-wise are dead last in the NHL combo-wise with an .857 save percentage. Oilers dead last in the NHL, giving up over 80-plus goals. Actually, so we add in, they were at 80 heading into Tampa, so they gave up 2 more, so they've given up 82 goals this season, dead last in the NHL in giving up goals against. Also, 5-on-5 play, Oilers dead last in giving up more goals. Expecting to come into this one to beat Florida. Not expecting it at all. Florida just loves to beat up with the Oilers, even with the injuries they got. I lean to an over. I think we see some offense in that one. Tampa Bay, Washington. Washington's look at Tampa Bay playing some pretty good hockey right now, right? Coin flip price. I'll take Washington at home in that one. Nashville, Colorado. I think it's a blowout for the Avs. That's not even close. We know what Nashville's doing. There they are, 2-6-2, stinking it up. Avs by -2.5. Finally, extendo in that one. Mammoth going the wrong direction. Look at the Rangers on the road. Woo, playing their best hockey. MSG has not been good for New York, but out on the road has. Utah, Mammoth looking like the road kill Coyotes like they used to be. And then Calgary, there's another dumpster fire. Give me the Dallas Stars on that one. And then a little bit of revenge to finish off the slate. Everybody's going to jump on the Ducks. Don't get stuck stepping on a duck. Vegas gets the win there in that one.
I tell Chris and Jay on Thursday, I said next time I see them, I'm going to make fun of their Ducks because they dadded my Senators.
The Senators got it done.
Huh?
It was an old battle from playoffs, Stanley Cup final a few seasons back.
03.
Yeah, 03. Yeah, so 22 years ago.
Oh. Chris was still in diapers at that point.
Yeah, Brian was still in diapers, too, but just the adult ones. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna fade the Senators again. I'm gonna go with the Sharks here. Sharks, one of my money-making teams, playing really well at home. They beat teams like Florida, Colorado, Winnipeg. They're playing really good hockey right now. So give me the Sharks in that one. And another one I'll give out here. I'm going to take the Rangers as well. 2 teams that are struggling right now, but the Rangers have lost in tough home ice environments like Vegas and Colorado, but they've still gone 9-3-1 on the road this season. Utah's having trouble scoring. I can't get there with the Rangers. So with the Mammoth. I'll take the Rangers here plus money. I did the wraparound. The wraparound's up if you guys want to know my thoughts on all the games today, though. Definitely you can check that out. Brian, what do you like for the NHL today?
Well, I'm going to try not to give out 10,000 hockey picks, but I like the Blues over the Islanders. Blues have, 3-4 straight losses in a row. Price seems kind of cheap here to take the Romanellis. My antenna's up on this one. I'm going to take the Blues. I think they're much better than 6-9 and 6. I'll take the Blues. I'm not going to overdo this. One more pick. I'll take the Vegas Knights over the Anaheim Ducks. I think the Ducks are starting to go back into territory that I like. If they keep on losing, then I'll jump back on them. But for me here, I think Vegas gets it done on the road.
You're not welcome on the Ducks train. Did I tell you that?
I'll get back on when you guys jump off. Then
the door's locked.
And another one. Give me the Calgary Flamers. I can't help myself. Give me the Flames. One of the worst teams in hockey. It just seems like they're baiting me in at -135 to take this Dallas Stars team, who are head and shoulders better at 13-5-3. I think the Flames get a rare win here, plus money.
Let me just look up one thing while I'm getting this up. Jovan, it's safe to come out now.
Jovan, he's easy money here on hockey. He could be.
Yeah, I know, but
he did the whole thing where he had one and then he retired.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that again. I'm gonna find my one dub and then disappear.
Hey Brian, you know who's lost you the most money in the NHL this season?
I don't know about me personally, but last year it was Nashville.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general.
Overall, boy.
Calgary.
Bingo.
Probably Calgary. Yeah, but I'm telling you, when you see
you bet $100 on each of their games, you're down $936.
Calgary has, Pinnacle has Dallas at -134. It just opened at 160. I don't see it. It seems like
just like I don't see any of my money back when I back Calgary.
No.
Yeah. I like it. It's right next to the hat too.
I got a little name tag. All right.
There you go. All right. We got our final slate of the day. We got the NBA.
Which is kind of fun. You have a hat that looks close to Captain Obvious. But you have to name that one Captain Obvious. Got a little label.
And now I got a little name tag I can put on.
I know. So that way you're trying to get that not confused.
For Halloween, I swear to God. All right. We got the NBA 7-game card. Gonna wrap things up soon. I always tell people the Saturday shows now. We want to get you guys in and out of here, so you have time to get the bets in. We got afternoon action. The Charlotte Hornets hosting the Los Angeles Clippers. We got the Orlando Magic playing host to the New York Knicks. We got the New Orleans Pelicans playing host to the Atlanta Hawks. The Chicago Bulls taking on the Washington Wizards. Chicago laying 12.5 there. Got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Detroit Pistons. We got the Dallas Mavericks in a pick'em against the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Denver Nuggets at home against the Sacramento Kings to close out the card. I'm up first here. I'm going to stick with the New York Knicks in this one. I know they're 1-4 on the road, and I know they got Brunson back. And Orlando's been playing some solid basketball at home, but I still just can't shake the Knicks. I think the Knicks are still just the more complete team, the better team. If Paolo Banchero was in the lineup, I would definitely say Orlando is the better team, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that New York gets the win on the road in this one. So with the Knicks in that one. And I'm going to go with the Chicago Bulls. I'm going to go back to them here. They kicked me in the nuts yesterday. Well, I'm a glutton for punishment. What have I said about the Wizards all season? You either back them on the money line or you back the other team by double digits because they rarely play games that finish within single digits. Last night was another example of that against the Raptors. I think this is a nice, get right spot for the Chicago Bulls at home. So give me Chicago laying the 12.5. Brian?
Oh, what a putrid NBA card. I'm going to give out my premium pick. I got the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. I think I got +1.5, but I think at this point you just take them on the money line. Dallas got lucky to get a W against the Pelicans last night. People like to bet Cooper Flagg, #1 draft pick. Memphis, I think they've had one extra day to prepare for this one. I'll take Memphis, and I'm going to take the Washington Wizards. I got to have one play that me and Chris disagree on. I'll take Wizards plus the points. I mean, they've been a brutal team straight up and ATS-wise. But the number here opened up at 14. We're seeing 12.5 now. Pinnacle's starting to come down a bit. So I'm going to jump on the Wizards.
It's a nasty pick.
Take the Wizards. That's my kind of team. Crappy.
Take the Wizards if you want to light a match to $100 bill.
Tonight's going to be the day. Trust me.
The Wizards and the Flames? Pair it up, two-teamer. Ooh-wee.
On the money line, right?
That's a Brian parlay if I've ever heard one.
Man. Yeah, so I'm on the Knicks. Just a situation where these two teams saw each other, 2 weeks ago, something like that, and Orlando took it to them at MSG. So it's time for the Knicks to get their get back. And I think they get it done. No Ben Carroll, even though Orlando has played well without him, as opposed to last season. I think Bane's kind of responsible for that. Also, you have guys off the bench like the Silva. He's a pretty good player. He should get some more playing time with Ben Carroll and the other guys. But yeah, I'm on the Knicks just because Brunson's back. They should be able to get back in this spot. And they're not gonna go 0-4 on the road as far as against the spread forever. So I think they get the outright win, and in turn that's a cover anyway because it's a short line. Was it +1, +1.5, somewhere around there? So yeah, I'm on the Knicks, and I'm also on the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, I know, no Giannis, but this team has beaten Detroit 13 straight times, and it might be psychological at this point. They had an opportunity, the Detroit Pistons did last year in a similar spot to get the job done against the Bucks and couldn't get it done. So at some point they're going to get it because, the Detroit Pistons have been juggernauts this season so far. And they might get the win, but +8.5, we just saw the Bucks going to overtime against the Sixers. Brian Rollins getting the job done, dropping over 30 in Giannis' absence. So I think it's going to be a closer than expected ball game. I'll take the points.
And for me,
what do you like here?
For me, I agree. Give me the Bucks with the 8. Even with Giannis out, everybody's jumping Detroit, and that's why that line's risen. So, and Detroit's playing some good ball right now, right? 10-0 straight up, 8-2 ATS over their last 10. I think just 8 is too many. I think Detroit probably still wins this game, but I'll grab the 8 with the Bucks. I agree with that one. I'd like the under here, Washington and Chicago, expecting these teams to score over 240 points after on the back-to-back spot. I just don't see it. Too many. Give me the under. I know the defense leaves a little bit to desire on both these squads, but I'll take the under 240. It's down to 243 in most places now. That one. And I'll take the Magic here at home. I still don't trust the Knicks on the road. You got to show me that you can do something on the road before I can back you on the road. And the coin flip price, I'll just take the Magic on the money line. No need to worry about anything there. And then give me the Kings. I know what they've been playing awful, but Denver on the back-to-back spot here. I think I know at home is where they run and gun right off the floor, but they put a lot of effort into that game yesterday. I'll take the Kings plus the 11. I think Denver wins, but I think it's a 3-4 point win there. And they don't cover the 11. I'll take the Sacramento Kings plus the 11.
All right, well, that does. We went through the whole card. Managed to pick out some solid winners. We got a ton of action though over at PickDawgz Premium. Brian, what do you have for sale over at PickDawgz today?
Well, my best play on the board is probably my biggest play in the Big Ten all season long. My Titanium play, 44-20, 69% run on that Titanium. My college football overall, 13-2, 87% last 15. Number 1 at PickDawgz.com for profit. Get that one, or get my private players 3-pack, my 3 best bets in college football, $50 at PickDawgz.com. Pair me up with any of these guys, 2-for-1 capper deal. You'll definitely have a tremendous week if get that 7-day multi-capper pass.
Definitely check Brian out over at PickDawgz Premium. Really seen the board well, especially in the NHL last season and this season as well. So definitely check him out. Jovan, what do you got for sale over at PickDawgz today?
Yeah, I got a few 5-packs, 3-packs, so and what have you. But let's start off with the 3-pack at 12 o'clock, that time slot. 3 games that I keyed in on that should get us paid. 5 o'clock, well, not 5 o'clock, 3:30 time slot, got a 5-pack going, and then in the prime time slot, I got another 5 going, and then an extra college football play. So that's 14 for college football. Then I got 2 more in the NBA, and I will also have 2 more going up in college basketball. So it'll be an 18 piece for me for this big Saturday.
Definitely check Jovan out over at PickDawgz Premium. Lots of action. Usually one like me, one of the guys that we usually do high volume, so definitely get the most bang for your buck with that. But Rob, what do you got going on over at PickDawgz Premium?
And over PickDawgz Premium, big day. We got an early 3-pack of college football. We got an afternoon 3-pack college football. I also got my college football gold star pick of the day as well. If you're looking for that one single play, you can scoop it up. Hey, we're having we had a good week last week, continued it right on into this week, making money. So definitely jump aboard. I've got a couple college basketball in there as well, a couple hockey in there, and I'm going to put one NBA in. I'm going to add it in now. I absolutely love this play that we've seen since we went through it. So
Wizards.
Jump aboard something long term. Take advantage. That's the way to go. It's that time of year where we've got so many sports that I'm in handicap college football, college basketball, hockey, NBA, and we're putting plays in on all those. So instead of having to buy all those plays individually, you want to jump aboard something long term. That way you don't miss out on any of the plays I got rolling. Take advantage. 2 for 1, 3 for 1. Pair us all up. Have yourself a big winning day. Don't forget, pick at checkout. Save 15%.
Definitely check Rod out over at PickDawgz Premium. Got something. Let's make some money this weekend. For me, I got a lot of plays on the board. Got standalone plays across the board for most of the sports in action today. I got college hoops, NBA, NHL, college football. Actually, I do think I have one for every play, but got a couple multi-pick packages as well. I also got my overlooked game of the year over at the website for college football as well. A team that everybody's overlooking, but I think gets us paid today. So definitely check that out. But for me, the 3-day, 7-day, and 30-day passes are actually less than buying each of the daily packages individually. It's just the best value. You can also pair me up with Brian, Rod, Jovan, pair all of us up. Use that multi-capper promotion, but remember to use the promo code PICK, P-I-C-K at checkout. Get yourself 15% off your purchase. But it's that time of the show, guys. Parlay time. I'm not singing the parlay song because I don't have a good singing voice for that, but I'm tone deaf. Brian, what do you like for a parlay today?
I like your singing voice, Chris. Don't cut yourself short. But for me, I'm going to do an all-sport parlay. I'm going to take the Arkansas Razorbacks plus the 8.5, Vegas Golden Knights on the money line, Stanford Cardinals plus 3.5, and the Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA on the money line.
Jovan, what do you like here?
College football, Oklahoma Sooners matched it up with the Minnesota Gophers. NBA, New York Knicks matched it up with the Milwaukee Bucks. And Penn State matched that up with Central Michigan. That's the college basketball one.
Rob, what about you? What do you like for a parlay today?
Parlay, we're going to go to hockey. We're going to take the Islanders on the money line, the Rangers on the money line, and throw in the Vegas Golden Knights on the money line. Little 3-teamer for you.
I'm going to go with Illinois to blow out LIU. I'm going to go with the Rangers on the money line. And let's go with, what do we have for college football? Like under in Charlotte, Georgia. That's my 3. That does it. Made it through just over an hour. Or sorry, just under an hour. But got just under an hour to get the games into. So appreciate each and every one of you for joining us today. Appreciate Brian, Jovan, and Rod for popping on with me. Jay's gonna be back tomorrow, hosting Sunday for the NFL. Pick out some NFL winners for you guys there. But Make sure that you check out everybody's content over at the website. You know, we got Rod's daily NHL plays. We got Jovan's extendo clip. We got Brian's Take It to the Bank. I do the daily videos. Got the wraparound up as well. I got Jay's Jam session should be up. Brad's NFL breakdowns there. Ashley's Edge. Everybody's doing something. So we all got our hands on it. But Brian, any final words before we head out of here?
Well, about to go on vacation. I'll see you on December 2nd, Chris. But when are you going to start making those Christmas cookies? Because I'm looking forward to getting that in the mail in January or February. So you better start baking when we get off air here.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know. Jovan, what do you got anything to say before we head out?
That I'll be more professional. I failed today, so we'll do so tomorrow.
I think we all did. Rod, anything?
Hey, definitely make it a winning one, and hopefully Canada Post is off a strike. You can get those cookies out because man, Canada Post.
Well, thank you guys again for joining us. Appreciate everybody, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Best of luck.